Senate Bill 4 is now law in the state of Texas. I'm also signing Senate Bill 3 from the 4th special session. Senate Bill 3 adds $1.54 billion more to build more border barriers and walls like what we have here.
It is our undocumented immigrants that are the least likely to commit a crime.
Police report as many as 75% of the people they've arrested in Midtown Manhattan for assault, robbery, and domestic violence are illegal migrants.
Police have tracked down a killer whose crimes span the country. Rachel Marin was dragged from a hiking trail in Maryland where she was raped and murdered.
Police say Brandon Ortiz Vite used a handgun he bought illegally to shoot Ruby Garcia multiple times on Friday.
The prime suspect charged in Laken Riley's murder was 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra. He illegally entered the United States back in 2022.
A Texas grand jury indicted Rafael Govea Romero. He's accused of attacking 16-year-old Lisbeth Medina by repeatedly hitting her head and stabbing her.
So let's get our notions together about what we're talking about. It is our undocumented immigrants that are the least likely to commit a crime.
Police report as many as 75% of the people they've arrested.
It's over. New York City has run out of money and will no longer give migrants from Venezuela food stamp cards. The program began because thousands of pounds of food ended up in the trash can because Venezuelans said that this food was not culturally acceptable to them and that they could not see themselves eating American food. Therefore, they threw it in the trash. Approximately 3,000 migrants received these food stamps cards that allow them to purchase foods and anything that they needed. But the mayor has said that he's out of money. There's no more funds to fund the program that has been giving 3,000 migrants from Venezuela a food stamp card. And so it begins, because these people without food stamp cards, without hotel rooms, crime is about to hit the ceiling. We already seen it. New York crime is to the roof, especially done by these migrants who a lot of them belong to gang membership of El Tren de Aragua. The program was unsustainable. 3,000 Venezuelan migrants receiving food stamps for how long? Hotel rooms for how long? What were you trying to accomplish by providing this program? Because the more you give to people, the less they're going to do for themselves.
He faced street justice when residents of this Corona neighborhood recognized him from this wanted poster. They knew he was a regular at this bodega, so they all got together and waited.
He will come to the store, buy his snacks and everything.
Late Monday night, Christian Giovanni Inga Landai's bodega run resulted in a beatdown.
He's right there. Look at him right there. We're beat.
He got on him first and started hitting him. Girl that recorded was hitting him. He had him down. We all just basically retaliated for the 13-year-old little girl because it's not right what he did to her.
Daniel Ramos tells Pix 11 News it was all hands on deck. 6 to 10 of his friends sprung into action when they saw Landi. They say they confirmed it was him by pulling off his shirt. That's when they saw the distinctive tattoo on his chest. Outnumbered and taking a beating, first the 25-year-old migrant from Ecuador tried to run. But Jeffrey Flores had other plans.
I got the belt and I tied his feet, and that's it.
Oh, you said you tied his feet with the belt. Was he saying anything when you guys grabbed him?
He was just trying to say, like, he could explain. We wasn't trying to hear you explain nothing.
During a news conference, police praised detectives for being relentless. That includes working with the community.
There is no greater force multiplied than the eyes and ears of the engaged, fully involved public.
We got one less criminal off the streets.
What Landi is accused of, the rape of a 13-year-old in broad daylight and terrorizing her 13-year-old friend who was forced to witness it all, put these men and women over the edge. So for them, getting him off the streets was personal.
And we don't condone that over here. I don't care who you are. You could be my best friend. If I find out you do something like that, it's over for you.
There's no talking. Do you understand when it comes to that topic? It's a very sensitive topic.
It was a 13-year-old goal. Like, you know, it hurts, you know. It's like, I could have been somebody you know, family.
People are walking away from this war for good reasons. A person who works all his life and then tries to draw on Social Security can expect a monthly payment of probably $1,400. We hand every alleged asylum seeker, illegal migrant pouring into the border in Texas or wherever else, we hand them when they get there $2,200. And we put them on that $2,200 diet from there on out per month. Yet somebody who works all his life, retires and draws Social Security gets $1,400. The Afghans who were hanging on to the planes in Kabul trying to come to the United States, when they arrived, they received $2,200 a month. The president announced yesterday that the people that have lost everything in Hawaii are going to receive a one-time payment of $700. I haven't been to Hawaii in a long time. I'm not even sure I've ever been there, but I know that $700 isn't going to take care of a family for very long.
No.
But in the meantime, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars continue to flow into this black hole called Ukraine, which I think is an exercise in fraud, deceit, and criminality, to be blunt. So when's it going to stop? When are we going to take care of Hawaii? Let's go back to Ohio, where we had the derailment and the chemical spill. 4,000 human beings living in this area. The water is still not fit to drink, as I understand it. We wouldn't even invest the money to move those people to a safer area, even if it meant temporary housing or permanent housing, until this thing was cleaned up. What have we done? This is the problem. It is America.
Do you not see the inequity in those placed here illegally, having taxpayers support a plane ticket, a house, a hotel, food, cell phones, access to health care? Do you not see the inequity that they have access immediately? I want us to be a welcoming nation, but if we cannot respond to those who are living in emergencies, then we do not have the right to claim that we are the Federal Emergency Management Administration. Do you not see the inequity?
Congress directed.
No, Congress established law. You have to prioritize, triage, and decide. You established the priority. Why can you not say today that the priority ought to have been to make sure that American citizens were getting first response, adequate response, and not distracted response? Why can you not say that?
Our priority is the American people, and we administered our disaster programs.
And you will not admit to or acknowledge the inequities. I'm not trying to be combative. This is absurd.
Why are illegal immigrants more important than Americans? I'd like to hear an answer.
Why are people illegal?
Why are illegal immigrants more important than homeless people sleeping on the streets? Why do we in one of the biggest economies here in California take care of illegal immigrants, but our people are sleeping on the streets? I'd like to hear an answer to that. Why? Nobody can ever answer that question. Why don't people put American citizens first, but illegal immigrants get everything? And I hope you post this. I want this to go viral because I give a damn and I care about my community. My dad is a retired Navy captain. He served our country honorably. My grandfather is a retired Navy captain, and I'm doing my part to help our country. The Democrat Party does not put our people first. They put sanctuary cities first. They put illegal aliens first. They tax us. They tax our water. You can't even do laundry and shower on the same day. While Nancy Pelosi is getting hundreds of thousands of dollars, robbing.
Can you tell me what's going on with the migrant crisis here in Chicago?
So I will tell you right now, I'm a person that lives on the south side of Chicago, and the migrants that have come in, at one point they were coming in and we were feeling very sorry for them because they came in at a time where the weather was cold. So we're seeing all these people in tents and all this and that. But then we find out that they're getting $15,000 in food stamps, $5,000 in cash. I work for a company, which I will not say, that they're able to come in and they're able to get internet and Wi-Fi and all of this for free because guess what? The government are paying their rent for 2 years. Why is the government paying people that came from another country rent for 2 years? Can we explain that? Because it's a housing crisis right now with multiple homeless people on the streets right now that I could follow and show you homeless people that's been living on the streets. So what makes the migrants better from coming to another country that they get all of this? Do you know why? I'm going to say why. Because We're about to have another presidential election. So if we make these migrants democratic and we give them the right to vote and we give them all of these things, they're going to vote, and then boom. I'm a Trump supporter, by the way.
Stand, we're going to protect undocumented individuals.
Brandon Johnson have ignored every plea, call, cry. You're going to protect the undocumented while you're going to allow for the citizens in Chicago to suffer.
You ain't going to abide by what the President of the United States said. Everybody know better than that. Loser, get rid of the illegals.
Illinois is turning purple. We're going to turn red.
The African-American people have been deprived of resources for decades in Chicago. If you travel to the south and west side of Chicago, you know you can count thousands of abandoned buildings, a lot of people living in poverty, and people are just upset because there appears to be a priority for the migrants compared to prioritizing some of the issues of single African-American women that have been living like in homeless situations. We had over 60,000 homeless people living in Chicago before the migrants came to Chicago, and the homeless people here were never a priority.
From the United Nations documents.
What country are you from?
I'm not coming. Me? I better keep it safe now.
You're in America. I mean, they're about to find out where country you're from.
Are you going to take where I'm from by force?
No.
So I will not tell you where I'm from.
So these are the people that these are the people that are breaking into your country, folks.
You asked me, I answered you.
What he says.
That's amazing. These are the people right here. That kind of attitude.
Let me educate
could use
you.
it as a weapon. I'm not
It's
afraid. I'm so
a
afraid.
tripod to hold
I
the
need to
camera.
protect my family.
So you see, there you go. Violence. So there you go, guys.
These are the people that are coming
You guys
in.
were the ones laughing. You didn't say no violence.
It's very easy to